Hello, hello. It's time. We're here back in Portland. Portland, Oregon. What is going on here? Hmm. So I woke up this morning to uh yells and cheers. Um because I guess we now have a new president. Um I know this is something that if you're awake, you're involved with, you're watching, you're seeing it happen. And I wanted to share a couple things with you that are super personal, about how I'm looking at this, about how what has just happened affects me. And I want to okay, I want to inspire you from my experience. Um, some of the things I think is important for all of us to start paying attention to. So, first of all, if you're watching me wherever you're watching me from, say hello, give me a thumbs up, a like, whatever, comments. I'll come and comment back on replays, or if you're here live, just let me know that you're here. Welcome invited groups who are watching this. So apparently we have a new president, and my instant experience was to feel relief, because I do believe that we needed something better than what we were experiencing before, but also fear. And I will tell you, in the 15, 16, 17 years that I've lived in this country, um, I have always felt like I was on the outside. Yes, I've dealt with racism. Hi, hello, thank you. I see you there. Yes, I've dealt with racism. Yes, I've dealt with nasty things. I have never walked the walk of feeling oppressed. I've never walked the walk of feeling marginalized, though I recognize that I'm constantly in systems and thought patterns and around people who have been conditioned and are built to marginalize and oppress people like me. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that I have to work against that a lot of the time. But I don't hold that as like how I look at myself or how I feel about myself. I've always felt, even when I've experienced like blatant racism, being called the N-word, all the way down to people who I've known for a lifelong time, who are good friends, who are fighting me on issues that they do not understand. Right. So I've experienced racism, white supremacism, all kinds. And yet never in my life, and this is real, friends, this is the first time that I have felt deep down on a primal level like a target. And let me explain this to you. Okay. So I am relieved that we have a new president. I am very excited that we have, though I don't totally agree with all our policies, I'm excited that there is now a woman of color in the office. Okay. I recognize the feeling of relief and of joy that we have now barely chosen someone else than who we had as a president before. Okay. That is real. Okay. And I want to encourage you to be able to feel many different things at the same time. Don't just rest on relief. It's good. All right. There's other things to acknowledge and feel. Though I'm relieved about it, I I I have a really good understanding of mental illnesses like narcissism and psychopathy and sociopathy. I have a really good understanding of vampiric behavior and and what it's like to deal with someone who cannot be accountable and does not have empathy and compassion, and most importantly, has to win. I know what it's like. I know the type of abuse, and you probably do too, the type of abuse that starts if somebody is not winning. And for the first time, I felt it so deeply. It started coming on the last couple of days, but today, especially when I heard people yelling at 8:42 in the morning, they're like, yeah, because a new president, I immediately felt relief. And then I felt like a target. And this is one of the things I want to get across to you today is that please feel the relief, be excited, have your parties, be happy, but also remember that we're dealing with a person in the current presidency, and we're dealing with a lot of followers who take their lead from this person, and also a lot of followers of mental illness. Also, a lot of these followers are living in open carrying states and have guns. A lot of these followers are in groups that are ready to do violence because they lost. I know what it's like to, and you probably do too, what it's like to deal with a person who will fight, will put someone down, who will try to shut up, who will try to destroy someone who they believe has caused them not to win. So as I'm here in downtown Portland, the courthouse where you're seeing, if you don't know, the courthouse where all that stuff is happening is just blocks away. I'm sitting here thinking about how, for me, safety is like not going outside. And I'm afraid for my brother who lives, and my father who live in a rural, very, very white town where there's a lot of people who are our current president supporters. I'm afraid of them being targets because there's a lot of people out there who did not win. And for a lot of these people, not winning means they have to destroy. And I'm getting reports from, a lot of people are sending me messages. I'm getting reports that there are credible sources saying that these groups are planning on targeting, taking people who look like me off the streets. So please understand that if you're relieved and having your parties, please understand that now is not the time to check out, especially right now, especially through to February or March, at least. I mean, don't ever check out, but now is the time to be more vigilant, because now that we've won, or, whatever this winning is, that there are now people who are the targets. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up or like a little reaction if you understand conceptually what I'm saying. This is the first time that I've really felt that. And I also feel angry that I cannot go outside right now and walk. There's always some level, because I live in a place where there's a lot of protesting and there's like supremacists literally crawling the streets out here. There's always some level that I've felt that, especially in the last year or so, but especially right now, I have to drive out of my neighborhood to go for a walk. I'm not even going to the corner store right now. So I want you to remember that. There's 4 points I want to make here. 1, don't check out. Okay, I think I've said that quite clearly. Just because two people who are not the president we had before, because maybe you like some of their policies, these people are not people who are known to be friends to people of color communities, our new president and vice president. They're not known for that. That's not the work that they've committed to. So please don't check out. Yes, forgiveness. Yes, people can change. Don't check out. Let's hold them accountable to what they say they are going to now do. Let's hold them accountable to having them change the way that they've made policies in the past. Just because they are a Democrat, just because they are a Black woman, does not mean that they are a friend to the communities that they say they belong to, right? So that's the first thing. Don't check out. 2, I already said it, understanding some of the behaviors of manipulators and narcissists, understanding that this really is a big deal. People who fit into these categories and have a lot of these behaviors, narcissists, manipulators, psychopaths, this is a psychopathic system we're living in. If they don't win, if they feel like power is being taken away, they will destroy. So be vigilant. Keep your phone charged. Record things you see going on. Stop your car if you see people in some sort of fight. Check in on your friends. Find out if they need to get out of the city they're living in. Check in on your friends of color. All right? Don't underestimate what happens when people lose, especially in the time we're living in. Look, anger is high right now. Okay, it doesn't matter how good you feel. There's a lot of people out there willing to do some damage. 3, people of color are targets. I already said it a million times. We're targets. We already were targets, but now we are targets. I know that there's a lot of people watching who are like, why are you speaking this into existence? It already is in existence. I just need you to be aware of it. And lastly, you're the leader. You're the leader. Just because your people got elected doesn't mean that you can now sit back and like it's taken care of. Just because you see those people over there on videos, or those people over there starting a nonprofit, or those people over there community organizing, means that they're taking care of it. Everybody needs to take care of this, whatever that means for you. It might not mean that you go to the streets, that you go to the protests. That might not be you. That's fine. But what is your way? Okay. If you don't have a way at this point, or if you're feeling like, okay, it's taken care of at this point, it's really time for you to play. It's time for all of us to do work. But if you're feeling like, okay, it's good, everything's good now, you really need to start doing anti-racism work, specifically anti-racism work. If you're feeling the type of relief that makes you feel like, okay, like everything's going to be okay. If you had that feeling of everything is going to be okay, really, it's time for you to do more work. Obama didn't fix the problems. Yes, he did some good stuff. Great. He didn't fix the problems. Biden and Harris are not going to fix the problems. You have to do internal work. That's just going to keep coming back over and over and over again. Okay, whether it's your education, or you're working with a person, or you're taking classes, or you're reading the books, or you're showing up to the events, or you're consistently doing it, whatever it is, you have to do this internal work. And now at this point where you might be feeling relief, and now at this point where we're having this big shift, is the perfect time to be doing the work in whatever way it means for you. Okay, so I wanted to just say this. This is not one of my most eloquent videos, but I wanted to just pass this message along, because I felt like what I was seeing on my walls, I just wanted to keep this in check a little bit. This is not an ending point. This is not a time to check out. This is a point in which really tap into understanding the behavior, narcissism behaviors, psychopathic behaviors, understanding why when some people are on edge, when Black people are talking about they're on edge, or people of color are talking about they're on edge right now, even if they're happy, this is why. And that you are the leader. You can do something. Someone saying, I've been having the same feeling, though I don't share the level of danger. Yeah. Check it. If you don't understand what I'm talking about right now, please, book a session. So, okay, here's 3 ways that you can do the work, go deeper into the work that might work for you. And that comes to like working with me. 1, I did a series of 3 discussions. Those discussions are, am I racist? 5 things you can do to fight racism. Talking to stubborn racist family members. I put the link in this video. Those were free. Now I put them together, pay as you want. I'm using that money to feed some kids in Africa. So check that out. Pay what you want, or the fee, what it is. 2, Black mentor sessions for white people who are ready. I hold a space that's non-judgment, non-guilt, shame-free, because there's a lot of work to be done. We all need to be doing this personal work. Those sessions will help you with that tremendously. And I know a lot of you watching are people who've taken those sessions. So thank you for being a part of that and speaking to that. And lastly, the anti-racism journey for people who are ready. Understanding how to break the legacies, understanding how to have these difficult conversations, understanding allyship and anti-racism work, accomplishment that really matters, dealing with your own white shame and guilt so you don't have to live there. So you know how to flow through that, being effective, and also tying it into the self-interest of why you are interested in anti-racism, allyship, and accomplishment. If you tie it into your own spirit and your own self-interest, you'll be able to do it for a lifetime. You'll be able to be inspired and empowered to do it, right? So that's there for you too. And I do suggest that you go and click on that link. Even if you're not ready to take a class with me, go and click on that link, because there's some free videos that are on that page that are for your educational purposes. So anyway, that's my public service announcement for today. I hope that you can receive it well. I'd love to see your comments and your reactions. Remember that you can feel many different things at the same time. You can feel relieved and happy and joyful and have your barbecues and have a party, please. But also remember to be vigilant, to understand that for some of us, this makes us a target for a while anyway, in a heightened way. And that we do need you to be allies and accomplices. We do need you to understand these things on a deeper level. We do need you to look to your friends who are people of color and go and acknowledge and understand how this might feel different for them. So yeah, I hope that's helpful to you. Let me know. Thank you for the hearts and likes. Enjoy how this all turns out. Ride the wave.